My name is Sean Killingsworth and I'm a realtor here at the Emerald Coast, and on this channel I'm going to be showing you some of our favorite neighborhoods, coastal communities, and beach properties from Perdido Key all the way out to Destin. So make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to find something that's perfect for you here in our area. So let's get to it. Well, real quick, let me tell you just a couple details about Navarre. Navarre has just under 40,000 residents that live here in this area. That has hugely increased over the past decade. So a lot of people are finding Navarre because it's such a beautiful place and it has access to a few things around here that make it really popular. And so it used to be Florida's best kept secret, but anymore they changed that sign and now it says Florida's most relaxing place. People are finding this place like crazy. They're starting to build it up, and so there's lots of new buildings and things like that coming to town. So then that is making it grow pretty quick here. The average home price is $450,000. The median income is about $100,000 here for this area. The median age range is 38 years old, and the majority of homes are built from 1990 to 2020. So there's a lot of newer homes being built in new subdivisions, and so that gives you a lot of options to newer homes, which is great. According to great schools here, the schools are ranked really high. So 6 to 9 out of 10 is what the schools are rated here. So really great school system and that type of thing. So let's get into the pros and cons of what it's like living here in Navarre. Navarre does have some of the best beaches. I don't know if you've ever been here or if you've ever seen pictures. They're not photoshopped. That is real. Not many places have sand where they reference it as sugar white sand like Navarre. So when you go out to the beaches of Navarre, you're talking the whitest sand. It does look like you're walking in sugar. You got emerald waters that looks very Caribbean, but it's really nice, clear water typically. I mean, you do get seaweed from time to time or maybe some jellyfish, but for the most part, super clear water where you can see right through it, see the fish swimming in the water. It's got the longest pier in Florida, and so you can walk out on that and see sea turtles and sharks and dolphins. So that makes it really fun for the whole family. And so the beach days out there, you get sunshine. It's just a great time and very relaxing. You don't have all of that party atmosphere. You don't have the live music and the packed beaches. It's getting a little bit more packed, but very private style beaches here in Navarre, which make the beaches awesome. Number 2 is a family-friendly community. The community around here, when you move in, you're gonna meet your neighbors. They're gonna be super friendly. You end up meeting kind of all the people around at sports activities and things like that. And people are really nice here. Traditionally, they've got that southern hospitality that makes it so great being here. Number 3 is the outdoor activities. If you're an outdoors person, which we weren't prior to moving here, but we love the outdoors and all that it has to offer. So if you like outdoors things, if you like paddleboarding, kayaking, driving a boat, jet skis, boogie boarding, beach days, fishing, I mean, the list goes on the amount of things that you can do. The hobbies are endless, and so you can actually spend more time doing that than what you probably should be doing. At least I do. Should be working. I love being at the beach. I try to get a good balance of that and a good moderation, but that is great. So if you love the outdoors, this is the place for you. Number 4 is the affordable living that's here in Navarre. Maybe this will be cheaper than where you're coming from. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive, but compared to the rest of the Emerald Coast, if you're looking at Destin prices or some of the more popular, more well-known beaches, this is quite a bit more inexpensive. So, you know, I talked about home prices being $450,000 per year, so that is great. It is not overinflated prices here traditionally, and so that makes living in Navarre a pretty good choice. And then number 5 is you're close to the Air Force bases down here. So if you're moving here from military, a lot of people are choosing to choose Navarre just because it has a little bit more infrastructure. It's got your Walmarts and Targets and bigger things like that. A little bit more of a drive, but you have Elgin Air Force Base and Herbert Field right near us, and so not too far there. And so those are some of the pros of being here in this area. Every place though that you go is gonna have some cons, and so here are 5 different cons. that I wanted to bring up. Number one is the hurricane risk. I don't know if you saw this past year, but it was hurricane after hurricane hitting Florida. Luckily, we missed them all in 2024, but you never know. You always kind of have that risk of something new is coming into the Gulf during hurricane season. And I don't know how long hurricane season is. I probably should. I feel like it's 7 months, if not more. It is a long time where they're saying, hey, watch out, hurricanes might be coming. So you do have that. Luckily, we've not been hit since Sally, which I think was 4 years ago or something like that. And then here in Navarre, it is a little bit of a slower pace of life, which is great and works good for vacation. Sometimes for living, it can be a little bit slower as well. So it doesn't have as many outlets for nightlife or entertainment. You might have to drive over to either 30 minutes over to Destin and then drive down there. It has a lot of restaurants and nightlife. Or if you want to go over to Pensacola, you can go do that for nightlife. But in Navarre, things do shut down about, I don't know, let's say 8 o'clock. So pretty early bedtime for the people in Navarre. At least at this time, you give it another 10 years and they'll definitely have a little bit more to offer there. Number 3 for a con is seasonal tourism. So you do have that. You do have a lot of people coming in for those really busy summer months. And so if you do live here, you do have to navigate that just a little bit on things that you're used to doing at certain times. You might have to adjust that just a little bit because on summer months, like weekends are crazy to go out. Don't go to Walmart on Friday night, Saturday morning, anything like that. You'll want to time your days a little bit more uniquely living that close to the beach. Number 4 is job market limitations. And so being in Navarre, whether you're on Navarre Beach or in Navarre mainland, the choices for jobs might be a little bit more limited where you're used to. If you're flying down here for maybe a job, maybe you're in the military, you'll be good. You've got something set up, ready to go. Maybe you have an online business or things like that. That would be super helpful. If you're moving here and just hoping to find something great, you might have a little bit of a hard time finding that perfect job that'll support the family. So make sure you have that and the details of that set up, ready to go. And lastly, number 5 is the 98. It's that one road that I've told you about that runs all the way from Pensacola down to Destin, and it's a 4-lane road, so 2 going east, 2 going west. They're expanding that currently, but there is a lot of congestion. So there's a lot of messages that I get when that road will be shut down. Make sure you leave plenty of time if you're going over to the Air Force Base or you're driving during tourist season. You got to watch that 98. It'll get pretty packed at those really busy times. So that 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning and that 4 and 5 at the night windows, you're going to want to make sure if you could try to avoid that road, it can get a little bit packed. But those are the 5 cons. Well, hopefully those are super helpful, those pros and cons for you. So maybe you're moving here because you love the beach. That's what we did. We moved down to this area because that was the only reason. We didn't have family or friends here. We didn't have jobs set up, ready to go. So we moved down here because we love the beach. We love this environment. It's super great for us and our family. It might be a little harder for others. We do see people move in from time to time and they're not used to this summer heat, which is just crazy. And so then they end up like, hey, let's get back out of town somewhere a little cooler. They miss the mountains, something like that. But if you're a beach person, you love that, this would be the place for you. Is the beach gonna make you 100% happier? It makes you pretty happy, but I would say if you're traditionally not a happy person, wherever you are, there you will be. That's what my dad always said. And so if you're not happy where you're at, you might not be happy here. I don't want to be negative, but the beach does make people a lot happier. But when you live here, don't expect it to fix all your problems. You'll still have those things, right? And so giving you a little bit of heads up before you move to the area, make sure you're ready. If you are looking to move here in the next little bit, whether that's 6 days, 6 months, please reach out to me. I'd love to book a Zoom call with you, get to know you a little bit, see what you're looking for exactly. And then that way we can customize and find something perfect for you, maybe your family that's coming out this way. But I'd love to meet you. I talk to families every single week that are moving down and relocating here to this area. That's my favorite thing to do, is help people do that. So if that's you, reach out. My info's in the description box below. My phone number, email, reach out however you feel comfortable. And I look forward to hearing from you. And make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. I'll be showing you the ins and outs of different communities. So maybe you'll love this one. I don't know, follow along. Maybe you'll see one that you like as well. But I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.